How much can a first year brand new real estate agent make starting out? All right, we're going to get into it. Let's break it down. So right off the bat, it can vary quite a bit, but you can certainly pull six figures as I did, and of course a lot more. But I would say on average, just to give a general basis, it's probably on a national average, at least according to some sources, it's about 30 to 50,000 compared to like ZipRecruiter is what they would say. And that's pretty common place. Sometimes you can certainly average a lot more and a lot less. It's going to depend on, how many houses you close. Are you working full-time hours, right? How large is your database? How big is your network? Were you in sales previously? Were you in anything related to this? Were you used to going up to people that you didn't know, right? Reaching out. Um, and then how quickly you adapt to the systems. What's kind of funny is like you watch these real estate shows, right? And you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is so easy. It's so fun. You go around, you look at some homes, right? You get your clients, you're selling these $1 million listings and you're getting these huge commissions, right? All the time. And it seems like it's so easy and effortless. What you're not seeing is a lot of those really successful agents spent years working hard, building up their networks, getting, mastering the game, improving. And yes, once they got to the point where they really had that knowledge and they were working really hard to build that all up, yes, then the deals start coming to them, but they're still competing. It's still they're fighting for like listing or clients or investors because they've got multiple people that they're working with a lot of the time too. So it's not like TV. It can be a little bit like at times, I guess, if once you get to that level, but I don't think it's like some of those shows that I've seen. It's they're really nothing like that. Those, are built to try to get ratings and drama and all sorts of shenanigans and fun, right? And glamorous. Yes, not saying there aren't agents that I know that really do live an amazing life like that or closer to that, maybe minus some of the drama. But especially your first year starting out, it's probably not going to resemble anything like that. What I think it's going to determine your success is you pick probably two or three um, really lead sources that you're going to go after. Maybe it's an open house and you're going to be at open houses every day. Like I was when I first started out, I was trying to be an open house every day I could, right? I would go set up the signs and I never really liked putting up all the signs because I put up like 10, 15, 20 signs and I'd be there and trying to get in front of people. And then I found that that wasn't as effective for me personally, but calling, where I would reach out to people and I would call and do that, and I started to get really good at that. And then I also started um, building out lead generation activities that could come in organically. So that was a key element for me to help right crack the six figures, if you will, in the first year. I was putting in a lot of effort, and I was certainly working more than 40 hours, right? So I was always on the phones, I was always in open houses and always on appointments, and I was trying to have at that time like 25 real estate conversations per day or about 12 and a half and three listing appointments. So I'm pushing it pretty hard, almost 7 days a week too, probably six is what I was trying to shoot for. But it was a lot of work. But could you get over six figures? Absolutely, no problem, right? I mean, I did much more than that in the first year, but I'm putting in massive effort. I had a lot of sales experience, so I was pretty good on the phones to start with. I was pretty good with door knocking, and I was really good in sales. So what I was really lacking was the network specifically for this and then learning all of those skills. So just to break it down, so let's say it takes you the first few months to really practice, get confident, on doing some of the basic things so that you can, when you get opportunities, you can be successful. Now, what I'd recommend is a mentor. So you want someone that's going to help walk through, those first 3 to 5, I would say transactions, maybe an up to 10 might be worth it until you've got the hang of it. You want someone that's going to show you, right, how to do an open house, right, that you can kind of shadow around. So I would highly recommend if you're joining by yourself, absolutely. If you're a team structure might be great too, because you're going to start building up, they're going to teach you how to call or teach you the things that you want to do. So if you're looking to interview for places, make sure they're going to teach you the things that you need to do to be successful and show that there's a track record. Like, right, for like the coaches a lot of the clients that I coach right now, I mean, they're doing ridiculous amounts of money, but they've been doing this a long time and the deals are coming to them, right? They've built up huge either YouTube channels, Facebook groups, social media, or they're really they built referral groups, or they're really good at their craft. I'm just trying to enhance a couple things for them, and we just keep building basically one every year or something else to try to make it where we have more flow coming. And especially being last year was one of the hardest years in a while. So most agents, you're talking almost, I've heard different statistics, but let's say more than half did not sell a home. Okay, so it was a little more difficult. I still think you could be really successful because my coaching clients were really successful. So you just have to go with the mindset that you're going to do whatever it takes to win. So if you start with that and you're going to go, okay, I'm going to pay the price. I would certainly say you want to make sure you save up, as many months as you can so that you can have enough time, enough runway, if you will, to be able to take off. And then once you get a steady system where you're let's say you're even talking to 10 real estate conversations a day and you start to get good and you're practicing and you're building up your rebuttals and you're practicing role playing your presentations. Absolutely, I think that you can hit the 30 to 50,000 your first year, somewhere in that range if you're really working, all out and learning the skills. And make sure you sign up for my free coaching. Just get it; it will help you. There's a lot of tips, a lot of things that will help you advance faster. And then if you're serious, go into paid, and I'll try to fast track you the best I can, as much as you can absorb. It's well worth it, to get in there and just to progress, because I'll have you starting to build out things that will really reward you the longer you're in the game. But just so you know, so 30 to 50 range, it could be lower too, depending if you're not working or you're not getting it or you don't have a large database or a large influence to begin with. It's going to be definitely harder because you have to build that up. So it's going to depend where you came from, and then if you have sales skills, some of it's going to translate. If you're able to really help people, truly care about them, and they know that that's the case, you're going to do really well. So I wouldn't shy away at all, because it's absolutely an amazing job and experience, right, to be able to control. But if you're someone that's not like a self-starter, if you're not good at like accountability or managing your own time, then you probably want a coach, or someone could be a mentor. There's someone that's going to help guide and make sure that they're checking in on you, that you're doing what you need to do. Because if left to your own, you're going to have these really big peaks and valleys, right? And it's going to be hard if you're not consistent. You have to treat it as a job, which I think that's the biggest challenge for a lot of people when you have your total time, right? It's tricky for people to navigate that sometimes and make the correct decisions. But if they do, you can really build it up, and it's extremely rewarding, right, for those that really enjoy it or are successful at it. But you have to be disciplined. You have to treat it as a job, and you have to know that it's going to start out is going to be the hardest time, the first year. Every year after that, if you're doing some of the things that I recommend that are going to be building those organic leads for you, that's going to help. And then you're going to get, repeat referral business, past client. The more confident you're going to have, the more confidence you're going to have with yourself. And it's going to just carry over hugely with clients as well. So yeah, as an answer, 30 to 50 would be rough. Okay. It could be less, could be more. Is six figures attainable? Yes, because I've done it and I know a lot of other people that have. Are they outliers? Absolutely. Can you go beyond that? Oh, for sure. If you have the right connections or skill set or the particular market and you've got a lot of connections in it. Oh, absolutely. But just saying, make sure you have money saved before you go into it. I would look for someone to help you out, whether it's a team or a mentor. I'm willing to help you as well. Just get in my groups. Make sure you subscribe and like, and put below your experiences of what you did, in your first year for agents that's watching. You don't have to give exact numbers, but if it was within the 30 to 50 range, if it was a certain amount of transactions, if it was higher than that, above six figures, that's great. If it was zero, We want to be, as honest as we can for people so they know going into it. And then I would say for other sales job, kind of the same thing applies. Like I've seen people in other sales jobs I've had do extremely well over six figures, and I've seen people make kind of like a base, whatever, 20 to 30 range, 20 to 40 their first year too. So it's going to obviously depend on the sales job and what the average expect and the type. But a lot of those will build up as you get better, right? As your closing ratios, as you get more chances. So first year does not necessarily dictate what you're going to make or earn, but don't give up. If it's something you want to do, absolutely pursue it. It is an amazing field in sales because we control what we can make, right? And generally, we're not capped, so it's crazy if we put in the effort and continue to just keep growing. So hopefully, you like this. I try to break it down, be as honest, as open as I can. Um, some of us are a little more the outliers, one way or the other. That's okay. Just keep working hard to build it up. Don't be discouraged just because others aren't. We don't really see exactly what they're doing. And in harder markets, they do pop the other way too as we develop. But I still think you can really make a great living in sales for sure. You just have to be focused and really want it. Okay, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and we'll see you soon on the next one. Take care.